Why aren't you vegan yet?
I like cheese too much.
You like cheese?
Too much.
Yeah. So do you know what happens in the dairy industry to the
I'm sure.
cows?
Yeah. Factory farming, and I kind of have an idea of what it is, and it's not pretty. And
Yeah.
I understand that.
So how do you think milk is produced in the first place? Like, why do you think they produce the milk?
Well, it makes a lot of money for the farmers.
Right. Yeah. Ultimately,
everything has milk in it.
Right. Yeah. So to get the milk, the cows have to have babies.
Yeah, constantly.
So
Yeah.
do you think they decide when to have babies for themselves, or do you think the farmers decide for them? Yeah. So they kind of force that onto them, and then when the babies are born, do you know what happens then?
They take them away once, and they grow up to make milk or meat for more cows.
Yeah, so generally, yeah, the females will just go into that cycle again. They get taken away from their mothers immediately. Sometimes they get a little bit of time with them on smaller farms, but generally they just take them away. And the males, they send them to meet, like sometimes like on the first day.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll grow them for like a year, and then they send them off. So it's only a fraction of their lives. And then the dairy cows, they suffer that repeated impregnation every year. And then do you know when they get rid of the dairy cows?
When they get old.
So yeah, we would like to think that, right? But it's not actually that long.
Because like old meat probably doesn't get as much money as.
Yeah, so it's all about money, like you're saying.
Economic decision. Yeah.
When they can't impregnate the cow anymore, that's when they send it to the slaughterhouse. And then on top of that, it's like a 15 to 30% like failure when they test to see if they're pregnant. So sometimes they send them to the slaughterhouse and they're even pregnant. So then they start, cutting the cow open. They find a baby inside. So the dairy industry is kind of the meat industry.
Yeah.
So do you think I could give you some information on being living vegan that might help you? All right, great. This is my YouTube channel, and there's some stuff here. So if you could take a picture of that, you could look up any of these films and stuff on there and learn a lot of information from that. And then I'll give you this as well. And it's got some information on the environment on the back. And then if you scan that QR code, they can send you some information, recipes, and all